and, really just kind of peak come camp time.
How was that combine process? Overwhelming? Was it everything you expected and more?
Yeah, everything expected and more. It's just a surreal moment. You dream about it since a kid, and just to be there, have that opportunity on a national stage. You got everyone back home rooting on you. So just trying not to mess up the drills. Being the first one to go was a little intense.
And then what are you hearing? I mean, obviously the team see you as a guard, but what are you hearing just about the value they saw in you kicking out your tackle last year? Like, are you getting positive feedback for just kind of taking it and doing that for a year?
Yeah, for sure. It definitely shows the toughness, shows the versatility. And then when I moved back into right guard at the Senior Bowl, I was flipping between left and right guard. They saw, some really good things at right guard. So just being able to play on my right side, left side, they were really pleased with.
Coach said that you never complained about that. I mean, you have a lot to gain by sitting there in guard. So what was that like for you just to do that?
Oh, it was tough. You're in a leadership role, and that comes with, being off the field, being a leader, but on the field, your performance is why guys elected you. So just not performing at my standard, and trying not to get into a dark place, but at the same time, you got to compartmentalize your success and your future for the team. And I'm not going to flinch. I'm a fearless type of guy. And to just be one of the guys out there starting is a huge honor and something I didn't take lightly. So right tackle, left guard, center, it doesn't matter. Just to be out there is a huge honor.
What's this process been like?
It's been good. It's been every day kind of trying to get better. Running a 5-10-5 L drill is a lot different than a double team. So, it's really kind of centered around the combine and the drills there. So it's not really that related to football, but it's still been a kind of huge blessing. I got stronger and faster, so it was nice.
What's it been like meeting teams? What's the feedback you're getting right now?
It's been good. Everyone, all the meetings have been good. Kind of different feedback from different teams. Guys have different needs, so every team I've met with kind of has a different range right now, which is kind of out of my control. But I think they like what they see. They can tell I'm a high IQ guy, and they can tell how much I care about this game.
Did you enjoy the experience in Mobile? Because it seems like that's football oriented in terms
100%,
of competition.
100%. I loved it. I loved practicing. I loved taking notes about how I can get better. The game was amazing, and I thought it was a great week.
What's the next 6 weeks like for you? What's your plan? What do you do?
So I'm headed to Chicago to train and continue to get better. I think I got another 6 weeks until the draft, and then you have about 2 months until rookie minicamp. So that's a lot of time to get better. That's about 8 weeks to get better, and I think just not taking a day lightly, not continuing to get better. So I think that's what the next 2 months are going to look like.
Where will you be for the draft?
For the draft, I'll be back home in Toronto, which is going to be nice. Haven't been there in a while.
It's been a nice string, especially with the Brown brothers last year from
Yeah.
Canada. What's that going to be like to be at home for that and to have that moment there?
Yeah, it's going to be huge for my community, huge for the guys in Canada who kind of think, there's no way I could become an NFL player. So it's just a huge kind of testament to, the hard work that I put in and just all the support from my family and community. It's been a kind of village to kind of raise me as a player, as a person. So it's just a huge testament to everyone that helped out.
From Canada, JUCO, it's kind of a different route. What's draft weekend going to be like for you?
Definitely emotional. It's going to be emotional. I can't believe it's even getting this close. Can't believe my name is even kind of up for consideration to be in this league. So I think it's just going to be an emotional time for my family, for me. It's been a long journey, like you mentioned, and I think I'm excited to see everything pay off.
What do you think of your time here as a?
Oh, it was unbelievable. Even coming back, this week has just been so great. I missed everyone. I missed the smell. I missed the smiles. It's just feels like home. My 2 years here were just amazing. It's crazy that just in 2 years I come back and it feels like home. So I think I'm so blessed to have always have a home here at the Smith Center here in Champaign. Just to be a part of this kind of legacy is something I just want to hold on to forever, for sure.
Isaiah, when you've met with teams and they put you on the board, it seems like I've talked to other players here that they were just so prepared. I imagine your feeling was similar, and that had to give you a lot of confidence.
Yeah, 100%. Coach Miller used to have us on the board all the time, and man, when you have 18 guys in the O-line room looking at you, it's just as tough as when you have 15, NFL execs there. Right. So it might be even tougher when it's your O-line guys. So Coach Miller did a great job preparing us. The place I was at did a good job as well, and it just really was able for me to be successful.
Experience like for you?
It was really cool. I mean, there's a lot. There's more than anyone really tells you. Everyone says there's a lot, but just the detail and everything that goes into what they do. And trying to make a smart pick for those teams. So it was a lot, but it was extremely fun. And every corner and every turn, it was really cool to see, like, man, this is something I prayed for. This is something I worked for. So it was a really cool experience.
You were kind of the talk of the tight ends there. Did you get wind of that, or like what's kind of the feedback?
I suppose afterwards, I got talk of that. I felt that I had more in the tank of what I could have done, and then I got back to my phone and got into conversations with my agent and everything, and I didn't know that there was that much talk around me. So it was a really cool thing, and I enjoyed it. And I was really thankful for it.
What's it been like since then? Sounds like you're getting a lot more interest since then. Like, what do you think that did for you?
Yeah, well, I think it got my name out there as someone who can do everything on the field that you need him to do. Someone who's dependable on all 3 downs, and that's exactly what I am. And so it was really cool to be able to get the name out there like that. But more than anything, it's just putting my head down and doing what I've been doing and working my tail off continually, and the stuff's going to take care of itself.
When you've had conversations with teams and they've put you on the board, did you feel like it was a test that you were absolutely prepared for, kind of like in class?
Yeah.
And did you enjoy that?
Yeah, 100%. I enjoy it. And I feel super prepared for all of that stuff. I pride myself on being smart and intelligent, and so stuff like that. I've gone the extra mile in my own time to learn things that I didn't come in here learning or having any glimpse of understanding. So coming in and truly learning those things, and now it gets to come to fruition where I get to showcase that knowledge of the game, that football IQ, and things like that. It definitely bodes well in my favor.
Tip, you were a guy who mentioned betting on yourself and trusting your belief. Like, how fulfilling has this been to see all of that come through the way that it has during this draft process?
Yeah, you hit the nail on the head. It's one of those things where from day one my story's been kind of underdog, bet on yourself, and those that are close around me believe and help me and uplift me into this process, and it's exactly what it's been, just confirmation of that over and over. So it's been cool.
What's the next month and a half like for you? Are you nervous? Or what do you day to day? What's it like?
I'm going to train my buns off, and I don't have to train any more combine specific things, so I'm excited for that. Get back to what I love, which is football, and get to train that and just watch a bunch of film and take care of my body. And then with these visits and meetings and everything coming up, I'll just stay sharp for all of that, reviewing things that I've done in the past and football IQ stuff that I can look forward to in the future.
Are you back home now, or where are you at?
No, I'll stay here. I'll stay here and train. Yep.
Those of us who haven't been to talk at the combine at a position, like, what is it like? Like, is your phone going nuts? What is it like to have that kind of response to your own field testing?
Yeah, well, my wife and I were like, I think I might need 2 phones. I see all these guys like with 2 phones. I'm like, oh, they're big time, man. And it definitely blew it up. But another thing is how thankful I am that there's people who care about me and care about my success, that it's just another blessing, like the people around me that love me and want to encourage me, and that's awesome. So I don't know, being what you were saying, being the talk is it's just a huge blessing. There's not a whole lot else to say, to be honest with you.
Isaiah spent a lot of time with you, right?
Yes, yeah.
It sounds like he's on your kind of meal plan. What's it been like the last couple of months we had?
Oh, it's been awesome. So we were in an apartment complex down in Florida training, and he was in the same one. He was down the road a little bit. And Maddie would cook for both of us all the time, and he'd come up, we'd play Yahtzee together, and always made me mad. He would win somehow. Wouldn't even get a Yahtzee, but he would win. It was just weird. Anyway, so we'd do that and just talk for a long time, and so it was awesome. It felt like if he didn't come over at least 3 times a week, there was something wrong, So we're like, we got to get him over again. But we grew as friends big time, because all day training, you come over, spend time with me and my wife and our dog and our cat and everything like that. It was really cool. It was a good time for us. And again, like talking about how the Lord provides, is a Lord providing a lifelong friend in Him. And that was something that I didn't always see because we just never had connected on that way. And, to be able to do that was pretty special.
What's your mindset like for draft weekend when you think about that? Like, what do you think of?
I just think of like tears of joy or something, you know what I mean? But also, it's not a finish line, it's a start line. And, I think it's viewed as a finish line a lot of times, but that's where the blocks are. The gun and the track blocks are up there. And so it's getting to those starting points and being able to get out of there, and get into a good career.
What's your perspective, Tip, on having Maddie as just kind of a support system throughout this whole process for you?
Oh, she's a superpower. Some people joke and talk about her like she's Weapon X, you know what I mean? But it's truly what she is. She's a superpower. She takes care of me and makes sure like the right things are going in me, and she knows my body as well as I know my body now, because we've been doing this for years together as far as nutrition goes. And she sees how she sees me and how I move. She can see, okay, you need extra body work in this way, that way. So like I said, superpower. And then it's like almost like having a personal assistant that you actually love. And so it's awesome. She's the best.
What's it like being here, watching all your teammates compete, and you talking to all the scouts?
Oh, it's awesome. I'm stoked for these guys. They put on a great showing, and I'm really happy for this opportunity that they all took advantage of it and put a great foot forward for each one of them. And you want the best for your guys as a teammate, and that's exactly what happened today.